Actually, the other half of the deficit is mostly medical expenses due to the completely dysfunctional U.S. medical system, which has not been improved in its most dysfunctional aspect by Obama's healthcare reform. I mean, healthcare reform had a few good things in it, but it didn't touch the main part, which is the incredible expense of the system. It's about twice the per capita expense of of comparable countries, and outcomes are down toward the bottom. So, for example, Amnesty International just put out a report on maternal deaths during childbirth. The United States is worse than Greece. I mean, it's despite twice as high per capita expenses as anybody. One of these studies, global studies, it compared many countries, among them Cuba and the United States. Cuba has approximately the same health outcomes as the United States at 5% of the expense per capita. Well, none of this is touched in Obama's healthcare reform. This is the only country in the world, as far as I know, where the government is barred by law from negotiating drug prices. They can do it in the Veterans Administration, so their prices are sort of reasonable, but Medicare can't do it. So, of course, drug prices are 2 or 3 times as high as anywhere else. Obama insisted on that. He made a promise to the drug companies that wouldn't be touched, over the objection of 85% of the population, according to polls at the time. All right, that's not touched. The privatized and virtually unregulated insurance basis for the system is extremely expensive, and that's not touched. In fact, as you know, Obama killed even the public option over the objection of probably 2/3 of the population. So these things are just, that's holy territory. Financial institutions are far too powerful in dominating the government for there to be any real progress on this, unless we move towards a functioning democracy. But what the point you make is correct. There is a conflict coming up between a financial crisis, which is going to stay. It's not going away. Unemployment's going to be very high for a long. It's not just a financial crisis. It's a general economic crisis. Unemployment is extremely high. No indication that it's going to reduce. In fact, the economists are now recalculating what's called the natural rate of unemployment. And they're calculating it up. Some are getting it as high as 7.5%. That means that should be normal unemployment. Not too far from the official figures now. In the manufacturing industry, where the likelihood that jobs will come back is very slight, unemployment's at about the level of the Great Depression. So these problems are there, and how that's going to be combined with a global warfare commitment, expanding massive global warfare commitment, that's not obvious.